Police emergency.
Police emergency.
Please, you're South Yorkshire Police. How can I help?
When crisis strikes, these are the people we call for.
Oh dear. Oh wow.
The ones who see us as we really are.
Fluffy bum, I'll work for you.
There's no need for abusive language.
Put your arse away. Go on, put it away.
We just got on another me again for sex. Talking dirty again.
Pervert.
I still look at things and go, wow, can't believe I've just seen that.
Get out on the floor now! Get down! Get down! Give me the sword!
These are the officers
Get back! Get back!
working on Britain's front line.
Anything could change at a split second.
Move out of the way!
You want them out!
And that's our job.
In a year that's tested us all.
Shops are going bare. We're living in a crisis now.
Times have changed, we've all changed, the whole country has been affected.
Storm, Jackie, nobody feels safe anymore.
They are the ones we turn to, more and more.
Are you all right, chicken?
You don't need to be scared. Where are you?
Let's get you up.
It's okay.
Hey, we've all been there.
We stand together as a family, brothers and sisters, all on that thin blue line.
Last night we were watching a proper old school horror film. I've never watched Blair Witch in full, because I feel like that could really happen to you.
Police emergency.
It's Friday the 13th.
I've just been walking my dog and I've been approached by a man who was trying to sell me a crossbow. And he told me he was trying to get rid of it because his friend stabbed him in the head today and they need to clear the house.
And the call handlers in the South Yorkshire Police 999 emergency control room.
You know what it's like to be scared? It's a bit scary.
I'm a person, I don't understand, okay?
It's very, 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 very scary, love.
All right.
Are settling in for a long night.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, by the looks of it, all wearing dark clothing, hoods, masks. They're watching me, they're pointing at me, they've seen me, yep.
I remember one year when it was like a killer clown phase where someone would be going out at night with a fake knife, scaring kids. I'd be really scared of the killer clown. I don't think I'd be able to move, I'd be that scared.
Oh my God, right. All of a sudden, there's this lad wearing all camo with a face mask on, just stood like that, staring at us, and he just stood in the middle of the road like that. I've never felt fear like it.
I hate horror films. I absolutely hate horror films. I can't watch them.
Went back and sat where I was, and he came round the corner again and just stood staring at me.
It's weird because in this job, I can listen to people deathly screaming down the phone, but I can't watch a horror film.
So I'm like, I don't know what planet you're on, mate, but I don't want any part of it.
It's approaching 8 p.m.
On a full night shift, I flag at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. I'm half asleep, but on this shift, I probably flag about 11.
I don't flag on this shift.
It's because you love
this shift.
On the outskirts of Doncaster, PC's Michael Patton and Sophie Minto are at the start of their evening shift.
We have a bit of a sing-song that late. I do like to sing.
Are we having our favourite?
Bit of Billy Ocean. I like a bit of Billy. Bit of Phil Collins.
When we're in this uniform, people look at us as if we're like the superheroes. But really, when I take that uniform off, I'm just the same as everybody else. I still feel the exact same way. Unfortunately, I just have to run towards it and deal with it.
I'm not going to deny that the job can be scary at times, but I think the whole scared of being on your own, scared of being in the dark, I think that has sort of fizzled out of me since I've been a police officer.
You crying? Are you all right, chicken? You're not all right?
What's the
Do
matter?
you want me to come and talk to you?
You jump out.
All right, my lovely. Where are you, police lady?
Do you live round here?
No, I live in Wheatley. I'm just on the way home.
Well, it's not too far away then. We'll see if we can get you home safely. Why are you upset? Can you tell me why you're upset?
Because he said to me that Friday the 13th of March would be a horror night.
Who said that?
Bladen.
What's the matter with her?
She's just upset because it's getting dark and all that.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to be upset about then? And is
big
Bladen your friend or brother?
My friend.
Oh,
your friend?
right, it's your friend.
Why have you upset her and said that, Bladen?
No,
Come on.
You need to
Can't be
look
upset,
after
you
her.
want to look
It's
after her.
Friday night. It's freezing, look.
Bladen's my friend. He can be a bit mischievous. When the police car stopped, he thought that he was getting in trouble for making me cry.
You promised me that there's nothing else you're upset about.
You don't need to be scared, where are you?
It was dark and he was telling me about killer clowns jumping out of bushes.
Thankfully, the only two clowns she met were me and Michael that night.
Have you got a phone on you for your mum?
Yeah, but she said to be home by 7:30.
Oh.
Oh, right. You're running late then, aren't you? What about if we ring... Does she drive your mum?
No, my dad drives.
Shall we ring him and ask him to come pick you up, maybe?
Is that
Yeah?
all right? Do you want me to speak to him? Her age group, she's obviously a pre-teen. She was big enough to walk the streets on her own and she felt strong enough to be out at that time in the dark and that's how mature she felt. But then just something as small as a little ghost story has just made everything just petrifying for her and she's still 11 years old. My name's Sophie, I'm a police officer. It's nothing to worry about. I'm just with your daughter at minute. We're just on Corner Road. I've just stopped her because she were a bit upset. All right, thanks, Ian. See you, bye. Dad's coming.
There we
and
go.
he'll be happy that you're safe rather than wandering
You can get
around.
home. Back in warm.
That little girl, she's still learning. She's not quite understood how to deal with fear. You know, whilst we've gone through life and we've sort of learned to develop our coping mechanisms, she hasn't, has she?
Do you want to go and have a look in our car?
Sure.
Yeah? Do you want to go and have a look, see what it's all about?
I immediately know there's no monsters out to get her, but you've got to make her understand that there's no monsters to get out, because she believes there is.
So, as you can probably imagine, that button there, if you press it, see what happens. What do you think about that? Is that cool or what? Yeah?
I like the police because they make sure everyone in life is okay and stuff and sort out everything.
What do you want to be when you're older?
I like to be someone to be looking after little kids.
Oh, lovely. What do you want to do when you're older? No? What?
No, it's
Well,
a
you
bit
don't want to be a
scary.
police officer?
It's scary.
Do you think?
Yeah, you drive all night round the car and catching people. It gives people
Hopefully.
a bit of nightmares.
Does it? I think that everybody needs to have a little bit of fear, especially of crime, when it comes to things like protecting yourself and being sensible, choosing a sensible route home, and protecting your property from burglars and things like that. Is that him?
Yeah,
Yeah, he'll be like, what's going on here? Dad's taxi. But if we're afraid of walking the streets and going and getting a paper from the local shop, then we're sort of creating not a nice environment for ourselves if we're just scared of everything that can possibly happen.
She was just a little bit upset, that's all, as we were driving by, so we just wanted to make sure she got
Talking
home
about
safe.
horror films, so she got a bit, just as we pulled around corner, she looked a bit upset.
Giving Bethany independence is quite scary.
Please, you'll get home safe.
In today's world, anyway. It's changed a lot since I've been growing up. But she's always got a phone on her, so I know where she is.
Oh, bless her. I wonder what she was going to say, did you? She cried. I thought, oh, no. I wonder if sometimes we perceive the world to be more dangerous than it is because actually we're more exposed to what is happening on the streets now through Facebook and YouTube and things that we probably didn't know would have happened 10 years ago. We're fully aware of now because it's on our newsfeed first thing in the morning.
Despite incidents of crime falling in many areas of the UK,
Hello, South Yorkshire Police, how can I help?
fear of crime is on the rise.
Hi there, I've just had a phone call off an unknown number saying I'm your worst fucking nightmare.
Today, 9 out of 10 people admit to feeling as or more worried about becoming a victim of criminal behaviour than they did a year ago.
They seem to know where I live when I asked who is this.
And that's all that was said.
Yeah, and I put the phone down because I thought enough is enough. I'm phoning yourselves. What do you suggest I do? Get the hell out to where I live?
We're living in an age of fear. I've never known a time like this, especially the past 4 or 5 years. You know, we all thought Brexit was bad, And then coronavirus comes along, and then you've got Mr. Attenborough saying that we're all going to go extinct in 3 years. You know, it doesn't fill you with optimism for the future.
This guy, he's got like some sort of hoodie thingy on. He's been walking up and down on the back of the alley. I can't see what he's doing because he goes into the darkness.
Fear is why people ring the police. And I think people's fear has definitely escalated. So it equates to more calls to us.
I've been walking from my mate's house near where bowling alley is. The guy that followed me, it looks a bit like Santa Claus.
90% of the calls aren't as serious as you would ever imagine. But there are calls that you get and incidents that we get through that are horrifying.
Please come, someone! What's happening now?
Police emergency?
I've just been asleep on the settee and I've just gone into back and there was some young lads break my door off up.
Where are they at the moment?
I don't know, they've just run off on
Alright.
Oh, I forgot name at road.
That's alright, love. You take all the time you need, okay? I'm getting all this passed round to our officers so they know, alright.
In the UK, 1 in 3 people live in fear of becoming a victim of crime in their own homes.
And they've got all masks on and everything. Oh dear.
You will never hear fear like it in someone's voice when they think someone is in their house breaking in.
Hello, I've just rang back. Someone kicked my door. Can you send them faster, please?
Officers are nearly outside, okay?
Hurry up, please hurry up. Please hurry up.
Reece, what's happening?
Please hurry up. Please hurry up.
What's happening?
Please hurry up, it's getting a knife!
Some nights, I don't like being in the house on my own.
I've got 2 people at the door with weapons trying to get me in the house.
We're travelling now. I think everybody's afraid of the unknown. Everybody wants to live in a better place and everything to be great and fabulous, but nobody knows what's going to happen. That scares me.
I'm really scared to go back to my property.
We are coming out on a priority response, so we aim to be out within the hour.
I hope you are out before the bloody hour long.
Right.
It's not simple to reduce people's fears, but it's about reassurance, and that's as important as anything else in policing.
It's just after midnight on Monday morning.
South Yorkshire Police, how can we help? Right, I'm in my house and it was huge bang. Felt like a gunshot.
A worrying call is coming in from another terrified resident.
And next thing I know, my car just got smashed. I'm sorry, I'm just so panicking. The suspect's still there? No, What's that? What's happening now? We don't go now! What's happening now? We don't go, Someone's just put the window through? Yes, please come, someone! Someone now! Oh, please help now! I'm going to get officers out. Did you see who did this?
PC's Danny Deavy and Keely Lees are diverted from another job to attend the scene.
The sound of a window going through must be absolutely terrifying for her. It's like, oh my God, somebody's trying to get me.
Please, no, no.
I think members of the public and police officers experience different levels of scary because we have different thresholds. We put our stab vest on and then we're brave. But that doesn't mean that we don't understand.
Must be us. We're on our way.
It's left here or keep going?
When the officers reach the scene, the neighbours are out on the street.
Well, it's terrible. Smash all this up, smash the back in, and they smash all the front windows.
Oh, your windows?
Bloody kid, not mine, I live next door.
Oh, right. Is this not... Right. We'll go see owner of vehicle and who's had the windows put
Katie,
through.
yeah. She's in a right state.
All right, OK. Hello, it's police. Hi. My name's Keely, I'm police officer from Doncaster. You're all right, your dog's all right. No!
She's not.
No. All right, my love. Just stop.
Sometimes when I go to jobs, you can see relief in people's faces. Sometimes it's anger, sometimes it's confusion. I would like to think that most people are glad that we're there.
We're scared. We're scared of this. If you could just keep your hand on him and I'll get the brush, maybe.
Oh.
Because he's so scared now.
Yeah.
You've been scared. Oh no. We are there to safeguard her, and she knows that while she's with us, she's going to be safe.
He was just there in his bed when this happened.
Is this
straight away jump on me?
Oh. Your mum's all right. This ever happened before? No. You see, any idea why?
Sure, your kids running down, but they're halfway down the road yet.
I'm just going to record what's happened first and foremost, so I can give you a crime number and give you all my details. And then I'm going to be looking at who's seen anything.
There was some rocks that had been used to damage the window. They could be taken then for forensic testing to see if anything come back from that. But that's pretty much the only thing we had to go on.
Have you seen what's happened? Have you seen what's happened?
No, I haven't seen anything, no. Nothing at all. Just wondering what's going off.
I'm proud to be a police officer, but then it's easy to get cynical in this job. Sometimes you feel like you're really going to struggle to ever get to the truth.
Not heard any smashes or anything?
Nothing, I just got out of bed, love.
All right, okay.
So it's difficult for that victim because they haven't got an answer. They don't know why it's happened. There's then the fear that it could happen again.
Who do you live here with?
No one.
No one?
There's definitely something much worse about feeling targeted and you not knowing who that person is. Films are always scarier when you don't see who the monster is.
Have you got anyone that can stay with you tonight?
I can stay if you want. I'm
About-
next door.
I don't have a bed for you.
Well, I'll stay with you.
Got a good neighbour.
Yes, you're a good neighbour than me.
There was a crisis happening for her and that neighbour put himself there. There were different ages from different countries, different backgrounds, everything about them were different. I think it restores your faith in humanity a little bit.
Do you know anybody that'd be able to board a window up?
Not really.
Usually it's about £200.
We'll have to get it done.
I can't pay £200.
I'll pay it, right?
Last year, over 150,000 people reported their properties being targeted while someone was at home.
Right, I'm on until 7 o'clock this morning, so we'll keep coming by.
But in many areas of the country, fewer than 5% of cases led to a conviction.
Thank you very much.
You come away from some jobs feeling a bit like upset that you can't do anything more for them. She probably didn't feel an awful lot better. In an ideal world, she'd want you to stay there with her all night, but we just can't do that. But nobody on this street's going to talk, can they?
I think everybody needs somewhere safe to go. They need that home, that support. And when that's taken away from you, the world becomes much scarier, I think, particularly if you're on your own.
Is the unit available for a break in progress? Caller says someone's just broken into his house. Can hear shouting in the background. Caller says he doesn't know who it is that's in the property. It's immediate response.
Somebody in the house.
Alpha 81, what's the address, please?
Just 5 minutes after leaving the scene of one home under attack,
Our ETA's 2 minutes.
PC's Deavy and Lees are on their way to another.
Are you in the property on your own?
You hear the noise?
I can hear that noise. Where are you?
There's hell going on here.
We've got officers travelling to you.
This time, the culprits may still be on the premises.
As soon as they broke in
Yeah?
and locked myself in my room.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate going into a house where I don't know where somebody is in the house.
What, is it a shared accommodation?
Yeah. I'm a sick old man. I'm in no position to do anything.
If somebody is in front of you, in plain sight, even if they're being violent, that is not scary because you can see. It's fear of unknown, isn't it? It's fear of what you can't see.
go round the back? Can I go round the back?
Hello, it's police.
Don't know whether there's alleyways at the back.
Hello, it's police. Hello. What's happened to you, Mum?
Oh, I've just come back in and two poor people in the house.
Right.
Have they left? Have they gone?
They've gone.
What have they got on?
But I couldn't tell you.
One of them were a chubby lad. I've just seen two of them go on to back.
I just come in. I'm just coming from my friend's house. And they're in here. You come running downstairs.
Two males have left on foot and one with chubby. What were they wearing on?
I couldn't see because they fucking jumped on me as soon as I come through the door. Luckily, they never took my phone. But... Why? There's nothing here. My computer.
Do you want an ambulance to
No, I'm alright, I'm alright.
Is it a shared house?
Yeah, it's a shared house.
We get a lot of calls to these particular types of property, shared houses with private landlords, and they've been converted into multi-occupancy houses, and there'll be about 4 or 5 people. They have to share a bathroom, they have to share the kitchen because they are so cheap.
Right, okay. Let me go check back door to see if I can work out how they've got in.
They've smashed it, Kaylin reached inside by the look of it.
Oh, have they?
Smashed a small pane and been able to reach in to unlock it.
Am I alright to come in? Yeah. Have you heard what's gone off?
It's me who put the call in.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Have you heard him breaking through the back door?
I was talking to them through the back door when they started to break in. I couldn't sleep, so I was watching table tennis. Then banging on the window.
On your window?
On my window, yeah.
How many people did you see?
I didn't see anybody.
Right.
But I could hear 2 of them behind the door. I don't care who calls at the door. At 3 in the morning, I'm not opening it.
No.
Stop. Everybody who comes through that house comes past my door. Every time they make a noise, I get it shouting, screaming, banging on my window in the early hours of the morning. People who just play loud music and don't give a damn. It's always disco music, you know what I mean? I always think of it as brain dead music. That literally drives me up the wall. And then he just decides he's had enough, and then he just broke in. As soon as he started to break in, I just came here and locked my door.
No.
But I've had a lot of it to put up with, banging on my window at 2, 3, 4 and 5 in the morning, you know. In fact, I don't feel I'm safe here, I really don't. I have been scared more than once, living in the shared house. There's been a number of occasions where I walked into a kitchen full of people and I just haven't known any of them. I worried, at times, about going to my own toilet. Who's going to come banging on my window next, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I've had enough of it, I've had enough.
His only option was to lock himself in that bedroom, and even that bedroom weren't safe.
I'd be trying to get a move.
Well, I need a move. I've needed a move for some time, really.
There are up to 500,000 houses of multiple occupancy across England and Wales.
4 times I've had the police here already.
In what sort of period of time?
Less than a year.
And research suggests their residents are over 50% more likely to become victims of crime.
I've seen the glass going through.
Yeah.
Oh no, another meathead coming in. So I just got the hell out of it. I have been living in shared accommodation, bedsits, for about 10 years now. I was living in a council flat. And I was living with my son at the time. But my son died. He was epileptic. They found him on some waste ground. He'd gone out for a walk or something like that. I never got over that one. I never got over the death of my son, no. And keeping the cost of running that council flat on what I was being paid at the time was more than I could manage.
What room is this?
I don't actually know. I think this is flat 2.
How do you get your post?
Well, I don't even know me there, because all I ever get is a bank statement every 3 months, you know what I mean? So, Beyond that, I just don't get any mail.
He had none of the things that people need to make them feel safe, friends or family support. He had nothing. I thought he was really vulnerable. When you're there as a police officer, you've got to hold it together. You can't fall apart, maybe sort of think about it and be upset later, but ultimately you're there to try and help them.
We've just requested scenes of crime, see if there's anything evidential value in the hallway or in his room where they've possibly been looking for something, if not him.
Yeah. The path I seem to have chosen for myself, it's as though for much of my life I felt I'm on the wrong planet with the wrong people. It's as though I'm misplaced here.
So, I will contact you and I'll check that one of CID officers have been out to see you. And in the meantime, I'm going to ask local community police just to go and see if there's any CCTV.
At this late stage in my life, I am, in fact, all alone. And most people would find this situation intolerable. But I don't let fear run my life.
All right, thanks very much, Nick.
Since my son died, I'm just used to it.
Police emergency. What's happening?
There's a gang of youths and they've just put a gentleman and he's fell into the road.
Last year, cases of violent crimes and muggings in England and Wales rose by 125,000.
Are the youth still there now?
I don't know, we drove past wearing the gloves. There's about 4 youths, all in tracksuits.
With the majority of these taking place in darkness, it's no wonder that many people are afraid of walking the streets at night.
Police emergency.
The two lads just chased me. I'm in a takeaway and I'd shit to myself.
A lot of phone calls we get, like a bunch of kids are walking around with their hoods up. They think that they're up to no good. That's just society, how we are now.
I ran off straight away.
Do you think they're still outside the takeaway?
Yeah. Takeaway, man wants me out of the shop and I'm scared.
You just stay where you are.
You're constantly thinking, is somebody behind me? You're constantly turning around trying to see if somebody's following you. And if you see somebody, it's like all your senses suddenly heighten. You're like aware of everything that's going on.
Police emergency. I get my daughter, she was just going out. A bloke smart at Flatfield Road, just like robbing her in the street, taking her phone off her.
It's 5 to 8 on Thursday evening.
Okay, where are you at the moment? I was run down the street.
And a call about an attempted mugging is coming in.
She's crying her eyes out, it's short. It's just happened. It has, yeah. We're going to get officers travelling straight away to that location.
Female's been walking down the street when a male approached her and tried to grab her phone.
Roger, we got any sort of description?
He's now got back inside.
2 units are immediately scrambled to the address.
Tango 2, we're in the same vicinity, woke up there as well.
When you initially hear of mugging, the first reaction is safety of the victim every time. Some mugging weapons are used, so it's always the safety of that victim first.
Has he actually managed to take anything from her?
No, he hasn't.
Am I alright to just walk her back home? I mean, I'm in my nightie and everything. Are you able to stay just a bit away just until the officers get there?
Yes.
They're travelling on Blue Light, so they're coming as quickly as they can.
Is it her in the dressing gown that's rang?
Is it you that's rang the police?
Yes, you're on the phone.
You're on the phone to the police, all right?
Yeah.
Tango 2, we're status 6.
Are they actually there?
Yeah. Pulled up at the side of his dad.
He's in house, he won't come out.
All right, fella, let's pull up and find out what's happened.
When officers arrive, the suspect has retreated to a nearby property.
I was walking to my friend's house, who lives in that flat down there.
Yeah.
And I got to right here, and he came out and gave me behind the car, and I got a bit nervous with him walking towards us. I locked my phone and put it in my pocket. And then he went, well, I want 30 grand for charity. I went, I ain't got 30 grand for charity. And then he ran in the house and shut the door.
Right. Sat onto the teeth.
But I don't understand. It seemed like he was completely out of it. I don't understand what he wanted.
For someone to be jumping out on you and asking for money, I don't think You know, you'd speak to anyone who wouldn't find that frightening.
If he'd have come, it's good to have come, because if he'd come out, they'd killed him.
You dad?
Yeah.
It upsets people, and it's a natural reaction for them to jump a million miles ahead and think, this is what's happening, they need to go to prison for this because it's not on.
So he's not tried to take coat off your force?
Well,
He's not tried to drag it off, he's not come near you? He shook you up in a big way, I take it?
Yeah, it's just really scared me.
Alright, let me get you. Come on.
For me, things that don't exactly add up. It just didn't sit as a mugging. You wouldn't be asking him for 30 grand. We know people don't carry 30 grand. You start asking questions about, has he come towards you, has he asked you for anything, has he put hands on you, has he harmed you anyway, and all of it was no. But it'd been a very scary situation for her.
Where do you live?
Just that corner.
Go and have a sit down while I go and see him. Come on. All right, go and have a sit down with Dad while I go and see him. Dad, you go as well, because I don't want you getting in any trouble.
I'm all right. I want to see who it is.
You're not, I'm afraid.
I know where it lives anyway.
Yeah,
so.
you might know where he lives, but at the moment, you're really angry. I don't want you to get into any trouble.
Well, all I'm going to say to you is, and I'll tell you straight, tries it again, I'll not be phoning you.
I'll come and see you in a minute.
I promise
Just
you.
give
I'll
us a
not
minute.
phone you. I'll do it myself.
Dad is very, very irate. But of course, I could understand. I'm a father myself. I have 2 daughters, so I like to know where they are. I don't like them out after dark, but I'm going to have to get a little bit more used to it now that they're getting a little bit older. I'm like any other parent. You're fearful for their safety, aren't you?
No idea.
So we need that out of the way. Let's find out exactly what's happened.
Police fella, do you want to open up? Hello.
Right. Can we pop in and have a chat with you? Is that all right?
What's your name, matey? Craig. We're going to have a word with you, see what's happened.
I found £29,500. I told the police that I wasn't planning on stealing the money. I was going to donate it to charity. And the money had been stolen.
Tonight?
Tonight, all in one go.
Have you been outside and confronted somebody about it?
No. I approached the girl asking if she'd seen anybody carrying any large bulks, and she got freaked out. She thought I was asking her for money, and I've just had her dad banging on the door saying he's going to kill me and all that. But
I think
I'm bonkers.
Not that you're bonkers, but I think that you're just confused at the moment. You've scared the hell out of this girl running outside and asking her where 30 grand is, and that you want 30 grand to donate to charity. And all that action is not of somebody that's normal, is it? Or somebody that... normal actions, yeah?
It is easy to jump to conclusions if you don't know the full story. Don't get me wrong, I can absolutely understand why she was upset. I think anyone would be. It's scary, she was on her own. You know, it's not as bad as what she'd initially thought, but a lot of the time people with mental illness can be unpredictable. People don't know enough about it to be able to be completely comfortable with it.
The question is, why are you going out into the road asking a young girl if she's seen 30 grand cash?
I was panicking, and I will apologise to the girl.
Right, well, that's probably not a good idea at the moment, because Dad's not too happy about it.
I know, I can understand. The night that the police came, I was convinced that that money had disappeared, and I went ballistic.
What markers did this gentleman have, please?
I was confused, I had tunnel vision, I had paranoia. I went back inside, and then the next minute somebody's pounding on my door saying, I'm gonna effing kill you, I'm gonna chop you up and feed you to the pigs. So yeah, I was scared. I was very scared.
Have you ever spoken to the crisis team?
No, not yet.
I think that might be a way that you need to go and have a word with them.
Can you see how when you were like that must have been scary for that young woman that night?
I can imagine. I mean, a guy my size. I'm 6 foot, quite well stacked, and seeing a bloke going round like that, she must have been terrified.
Right, I'm going to go in the crisis team, okay, so you can have a chat with them.
Right.
If they say that you're fine, then we'll leave you in peace, mate, it's all right.
Obviously, I'm not fine.
Well, I couldn't think of anything worse than not feeling in control of your own mind. Definitely must be really a scary time for him as well.
Because I get in my head that I'd found 30 grand, and obviously I haven't because I've been hallucinating, obviously. I think when people don't understand that a person's got issues either with mental health or whatever, I think it can be very scary. They don't understand what that person's going through. I don't have a clue. I ain't got a clue. I ain't got a Scooby. Doesn't mean to say that they're a danger to the public or psychotic. They're not carrying a, you know, they don't live in a hotel with a mum in a rocking chair or anything like that.
So we're left with two options.
I sometimes feel judged. It's like people can read my mind and look into me and see he's a bad lad, but I'm not.
Option one is we can either have a paramedic come out and see you here and assess you here, or option two is we can drop you at A&E to go for me checked medically and ask to speak to the crisis team.
No, let's get on, crack on, wait then.
Shall I take you to A&E?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you want to get your stuff together and my colleague will drop you up to A&E? I just wanted to put you in a picture of why I think he's done what he's done. And I don't think your daughter was targeted in any way.
She's upstairs now, she's not good. He needs to be careful.
I get that, but it's a mental health situation this evening. Let us handle him. I'm quite sure that Dad wanted him locking up, but he'd not committed an offence. He was at a stage where he needed help. Cheers, Pop.
Let's hope you get him the help.
Nowadays, there's not a sense of belonging anymore in neighbourhoods. A lot of people keep themselves to themselves. I don't think we communicate well enough with each other. We don't stand out and speak to each other too much, do we? You have a neighbour, and because you don't really know him, you're sort of suspicious of them. What's he doing? What's his intentions? When we don't know somebody, we're automatically scared of them. I just don't think we should fear each other. I don't. What have we got to fear? Get to know each other.
If there's the police, how can I help?
Yeah, we're calling it from yesterday because my partner was being aggressive and that's all. I'm wanting to get out of the house because I'm really scared from my children's safety.
While many of us fear being attacked by a stranger, we're nearly twice as likely to be assaulted by someone we know.
And so when you say he's been getting aggressive, is he being aggressive today?
Yeah, sort of shouting earlier a little bit when I tried to talk. I need to get him out the house today. I'm really scared.
The most terrifying call that I've received was a female involved in a domestic incident, and she'd locked herself in the bedroom. Her husband came upstairs and gained entry and was beating her while she was on the phone still.
Where is he and where are you?
He's around down in the bedroom.
Stay on the line with me. I'm going to get somebody on the way.
They live with it from the minute they wake up to the minute they close their eyes. Every single day, it's just awful.
They'll be there as fast as they can, all right? All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Police communications, how can we help?
It's 5:30 on Monday afternoon.
I'm currently working with a victim of domestic abuse. Right, okay. He's been released from prison today. He's got restrictions on his licence not to contact her. Yeah. I spoke to her probably 10 minutes ago and she said he's constantly texting and phoning. Does he know where she lives? Yeah. He believes he's going to kill her and so does her mum.
PC's Kirsty Smith and Danielle Hardman are sent to check on a woman in fear for her life.
I'm sure I went to this address about a year ago and he proper beat her up black and blue.
This male is potentially one of the most terrifying suspects that I've ever dealt with. He'd abused his wife for years. It's hard to imagine what living in such fear for a long time feels like. For victims of serious domestic violence, the problem doesn't go away.
Hi, coming in.
Hello.
I think I've met you before.
Nearly a year ago, when you were concerned that he was coming out of prison.
He's come out of jail 20 minutes after he's already on phone to her, which I knew this was going to happen. He's been ringing her, harassing her, texting her.
Am I right just to see the evidence? Is that all right? And has he carried on this number today?
That's if you go down now,
but now one today, which is the same number from before.
What I suggest is you block all his numbers. All the numbers that have contacted you today in the prison, all of them, block them. Well, he's got a restraining order not to contact you at all, so he's already broken that.
Yeah.
So that straight away is an arrestable offence. So once we catch up with him, that's him going back.
This male, in my opinion, he just hasn't been given a long enough sentence.
It was attempted murder, but in order for him to get a conviction to stick, they went for a lesser charge of wounding with intent.
Before I was a police officer, I worked in the prison service. And domestic abusers, they don't lose their fascination really when they go into prison. Pictures all over the walls, and they'll continue to write letters each week. They come out just wanting to do exactly the same.
The thing is, her life is in immediate danger from him. I've left work early, gone to pick her up from my son's house because she got a cab and went to my son's, and then I've been and picked her up and fetched her back.
The moment I heard his voice, I just felt like a shiver in my body and I felt terrified. I'll panic and I'll be like, oh my God, how fast can I run? Where can I run to? Where can I hide? There's one of those, he says, like, love you, love you, love you, and then 2 minutes later, he'll be swearing at you, this, shit, that. It can change in 2 minutes, it can go from 0 to 100. The first time was when I was actually pregnant, and he attacked me with his shoe, and I ended up with a black eye and had to, like, cover it and hide it from my mum. I just thought, he just lost his rag, he must have had a bad day. You kind of feel, oh, he's my husband, so any problems that come along the way, we have to make it work, we have to work through them. He's done everything from battering me with a hoover, battering me with a pole, punching my face in, breaking my nose. He's broken me like hundreds of times before. Valentine's Day, I bought some chocolates for him. He took every single one out of it, rubbed them all in my face and in my hair.
And I said, you won't ever lay a finger on her head again, ever. And he said, you need to stay out of it. She's my wife. It's got nothing to do with you. I said, yeah, it has, because I'm protecting her.
Yeah.
He seemed really nice when I very first met him, although I did think he was too old for her. I gave the relationship the benefit of the doubt. I always remember her words to me the day she left, and she said, you need to just get over it. I'm old enough now. I don't know if you've seen images.
No, I haven't.
She was unrecognisable.
Wow.
She nearly lost her life. When you see your child laid in a hospital bed, you know, beaten to near death, that's the worst thing ever, to see that. And she's got PTSD massive from the trauma she's been through.
So did he physically say, I'm going to kill her?
His words were, she's my wife, and I'm going to get her this evening, and then I'm going to flee the country tomorrow. You see, the thing is, he's not a stupid man. Yeah. He knows how to manipulate situations. He would have been wary of me maybe recording the conversation or anything, because he knows he can't manipulate me. That's the thing. Yeah.
Just because on the text, obviously, he said that, like, he wants them to be together and...
Yeah, but yeah, he wants them to be together just enough time for him to finish her off. We can't live on his edge like this. We're going to have to flee and have a new identity at this rate.
Have you thought about getting a new identity?
No.
Why not?
Because I feel like I've lost so much already. For me to get a new identity and a new life, I'd lose even more.
If he turns up, literally, 999 straight away.
I feel pain, I feel angry, I've got resentment. But I'm not scared now. I've had to learn to live without him. I've built up my friends now, I've got friends, I've got support from my family. I can do things, all the things that I never did when I was younger, I can do them things now.
Really high risk. We're constantly looking, trying to arrest him all the time. We're looking at intel, what addresses we can get, and we just try him all the way through the night, basically. We will get him. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
A lot of people that have experienced less abuse than Sakina has, it finishes them. What happened was so horrific. She could have refused to carry on living, never go outside, never work, never do anything, but she's fighting that.
she's continuing to live. All right.
Thank you. No worries. Take care. Look after each other.
We will. All right, thank you.
Our job is to help Sakina and keep her safe. As the police, we are the last line of defence. It is down to us to locate her husband as quick as possible and stop him.
Have you seen what's happened?
No, I ain't seen anything, no.
Police were unable to identify any suspects, either in the case of the woman whose windows were smashed while she was at home,
You're all right though, aren't you?
No! They've gone.
or for the break-in at the multiple occupancy house.
I couldn't sleep, so I was watching table tennis.
Nick is trying to stay positive while he waits for a move.
When you get good neighbours, they keep it clean, I keep it clean. They never touch my food, I never touch theirs. It can be a pleasure living in a place like that.
I think I'm bonkers. I'm not that you're bonkers, but I think that you're just confused at the moment.
No further action was taken against Craig, the man who scared a young girl while looking for his imaginary £30,000.
My medication that I'm taking now, it's doing me the world of wonders. It helps me sleep, it helps me relax, it chills me out. I actually feel a little bit more confident.
He's got a restraining order not to contact you at all.
4 hours after police visited, Sakina's ex was arrested. While he'd served his sentence for ABH, he was given 10 more months for threats to harm.